What's up, guys? Today we got a duel video with new stuff in it. It's great. Unfortunately, it's in the standard custom section because I can't play these in the speed duel section yet, so it's going to be 4,000, 4,000. We put the tokens here to represent the skills with a counter on them to represent if we've used them or not. Today we have Blast Curse Burn versus Warrior Beatdown. I'll explain some of the card choices as we go in. The generic skills for this match, Warrior's playing Viral actually, and we're playing Destiny Draw. So we set Blast Sphere, which is brand new to this game. If this face-down defense position card is attacked by an opponent's monster before damage calc, equip this card to the attacking monster. Then during your opponent's next standby phase, destroy the monster this card was equipped to, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the destroyed monster that it had. This is kind of insane that Burn gets something like this in 4,000 point Yu-Gi-Oh! Because if, let's say, a Blue Eye swings into this, they're taking the full 3,000 during the next standby phase, assuming they can't get rid of the Blast Sphere that's equipped to it. So this is really cool. I loved playing this in like the old Game Boy Advance games. This card was really fun to mess around with, and it really catches an opponent off guard if they don't have the main deck necessity card to get rid of it. We're also playing Spellbinding Circle because this deck thrives on stalling out the opponent, and what better way to do that than with 3 masks that slowly stall your opponent and 3 Spellbinding Circle that also stall your opponent. Like, if they can keep putting monsters on the field but they can't get rid of them, and you can just have them there as sitting ducks, it's a real quick way to end the game fast. So they Viral Infections, pitching Kunai, we calling Trap, and we pitch Right. That's fine. We normal Curse to do 500, and we Wonder Wand it. You guys have seen me do this before. We're also still playing Zombina, which I feel like over time I might cut because it conflicts with Blast Sphere, and you'd rather set Blast Sphere in most situations. So they flip Command Knight, which gives itself 400 attack, and Sword on it puts it at 2,300. So this is really crucial because if they swing into Blast Sphere, they're going to take the 2,300 in the following turn, assuming they can't get rid of it. So go figure, that's exactly what they do. So it equips, and that's that. So we draw another Spellbinding Circle. We're going to activate Rite of Spirit, bring back Curse, do another 500. What's great about Sphere now in this deck is that you don't have to super overextend. You can actually just set that for the turn without setting back row if you don't feel like it. I feel like in general it just allows for a lot easier time playing something like a burn deck. And I know a lot of people don't want to see a burn deck in speed duels, but unfortunately now we have the ability to make this a relevant thing. So we go into the next turn with normal Zombina. We play around Windstorm, even though I don't think Windstorm gonna get played nearly as much as it currently does. And they Kunai our Zombina to defense. They draw Night Beam. This is a new card in the deck. It targets a set spell or trap card your opponent controls. Destroys the target. Your opponent cannot activate the targeted card in response to this activation. If they want to, they have to go out of their way to activate something else directly to the chain, and then chain the card they want that is being targeted by Night Beam. So it can be a 2-for-1. It might replace Dice Foon. It might not. It depends. It only targets face downs. We Wonder Wand again. We draw another 2 cards. We summon a Curse. We do another 500, and you guys know how this goes at this point. We're going to try to swing in. We don't care if they stop it. Okay, so Security Orb. This is a new trap from the next set. It says activate only when an opponent's monster declares an attack. Change the battle position of that monster. When this face-down card is destroyed and sent to the grave by the effect of a spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy 1 monster on the field. The reason we're playing this is I feel like this card has a lot of versatility in the game right now. It acts like a Sphere Karibo, even though you set it, but the upside is if it is destroyed while it's set, you can destroy an opponent's monster. I think this is really handy, especially with Night Beam coming into the game, and it adds a lot more defense to decks. It gives you another option because Sphere Karibo, as much as it's been used so that it doesn't get destroyed because it doesn't get set, this is an alternative that can get destroyed. You don't really care because destroying an opponent's monster is still viable. So we kind of go in all in here. We're going to swing with Curse. They're going to Security Orbit again. We're going to swing with Zombina, and that is game. Going into game 2. Fighting Spirit, by the way. Equip monster gains 300 attack for each monster your opponent controls. If it would be destroyed by battle, you can destroy this card instead. Seems really solid for a Warrior Beatdown deck, so we were testing that. So, obviously we got to stack the top card here, going back to 4,000 life points, doing the token thing regarding our skills. We are testing the Gear Freed in the Warrior deck. We immediately realized that was a terrible mistake because not only is that just 2 straight bricks in the hand right now until we hit a Gear Freed, but it's just not consistent at all. Even though Swords Master is really good when it comes out, it just, in a competitive build, I don't feel like it's good enough. So, the normal Command Knight, we have the Blast Sphere once again. However, the Command Knight's a lot less strong this time. We're going to set our Security Orb. We're going to set a Zombina, which is great because now they don't know if it's Security Orb or not. Or, I'm sorry, they don't know if it's Blast Sphere or not. Zombina, though, like I said, kind of lackluster until you have a curse in the grave, and right here, like, it's a perfect example. Cool, we summon Blast Sphere, but Blast Sphere is to be face down when they attack it, so it's just sitting there doing absolutely nothing except walling. So Zombina might come out of this. I kind of just took the Curse Burn deck that I had and added Blast Spheres. We activate Mask on Command Knight. So we will slowly try to destroy them. I wish I had Curse swing in here. That was my misplay, putting it in the graveyard and having Rite of Spirit be live. Unfortunately, it almost doesn't matter. We could have done the Water Wand, which would have been nice here, but they Night Beam. Unfortunately, they don't Night Beam Security Orb. They Night Beam the Rite of Spirit, which is, again, why I think I should have had Curse swing in, but I got cocky and wanted it as a defense. But that does mean we can now activate the Wonder Wand, which we will in fact do, and draw 2 more. Set a Zombina, and why not? Let's activate another Mask. Let's make it 1 turn kill. If they can't beat us here, both the masks will inflict 1,000 for the following turn, and they do. So I just wanted to showcase the fact that Burn now has a lot more viable options. While they only got 1 Burn card, that Burn card is really strong, and they have more defense than they did before. More relevant defense, I should say. Than they also did before as well. We took the Windstorms out. We put in the Spellbinding Circles. We sided Security Orb. We just sided more main decked options. We were like, oh, we'll bring in Security Orb against stuff that plays the Night Beam or anything Spell and Trap related that destroys our stuff, and we'll see how it goes. I think this might be a viable deck going forward. It's kind of scary because nobody likes Burn. Nobody ever wants Burn in their game, but we've kind of come to a point in time where I think it's just, I always said it was always like 1 card away from being busted. Blast Sphere probably just broke that barrier. But guys, if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Is there a better way to play Warrior Beatdown? I'm sure there is. I'm sure that wasn't the most viable. But we're just here playtesting different ideas, so it's not always going to be perfect, especially before the set actually drops this weekend. Comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I'm out tonight. Peace.